Today I want to talk about a few of the trades that I posted last week. So the first one is Pepsi. Um, I was trying to get the August 19 180 calls. So the reason this is interesting is if you see this chart, this is the first time it has closed above the previous high on a monthly basis. And if you see the weekly, it's a W pattern, pretty obvious, with a higher low. Um, sorry. So the reason I'm playing this is this flag breakout as well as this pattern. So usually the W pattern is when the price on the right side at least retest this, and if it holds then it will break out to new highs. So that's the pattern I'm trying to trade. If you see the daily, so this uptrend has seen some pullback and then we got a breakout again here. So for now I loaded only half position because I saw this almost at the end of the day, because and I didn't want to have a full position when the candle is like this big. If I had seen around this area, maybe I would have gotten full position, but yeah, so I thought there might be a pullback. I'm not sure, but it could as well go higher without a pullback. So I didn't want to miss out on the trade, so I just have a half position right now, and when depending on the market what it does next week, I might add, or I would just watch the half position. So the target for this trade is around here, around 176, and I would try to leave runners about this area. I'm pretty sure it's gonna have a pullback here, but if not, it's gonna go like way above 180. Yeah, this is an all-time high breakout and it's gonna be faster. I mean, the price action depending on the market, it's gonna be pretty fast when it goes to 180. So usually the stocks, whenever they are close to the round numbers, they usually go towards that round number. That's one of the things to remember. So this actually tried to break out a few times, like if you see it kept on going here. So this is I think this is gonna work, because if you see the pullback here before the larger resistance, this is good because this is trying to get all the sellers out here, and the new buyers, they are coming in, and there won't be many sellers because all of them are already gone here. But if you see here, it kept on going, not much consolidation or pullback, and it tried to break out and fail. So it's important to know these small things. I think once you have more experience trading, you'll notice all of this. That's why I'm pretty sure it's gonna break out, but the current market conditions, it's very uncertain, so it's always good to have a risk management and play the trade with a decent size. and not like all in. So no matter how good the setup is or how good the, I mean, how confident you are. So uh, yeah, so that's the trade on Pepsi. um, Pretty obvious W pattern. Some people will call this double bottom. It can be multiple things. um, yeah, that is a trade. Next one is Netflix. So Netflix, if you see the daily, it was in a range, kept on bouncing between this range, and it broke out recently, had a little bit pullback, and it tried to break out again. I thought it's gonna, so we had pullback here a little bit, and then it tried to break out again. So that's why I was trading this, but it didn't go according to what I was thinking. I thought it would at least go and retest this gap resistance. Um, but I only have a small size on this because I'm playing counter trend. So if you see, the trend is like down, and I don't play large sizes on counter trend. So what I mean is, like, if this range has broken down, I might have gotten a larger size, but since I'm trading counter trend, I just wanted to see if this continues. So I just played small on the short dated options. Yeah, so I'll just leave it because I'm not managing it, because it's gonna be a small position. If it works out, it will pay maybe like 200% or so. If not, I'll just lose a small amount of money. Yeah, that's one thing to remember. Like, if you're playing counter trend, just don't put larger size. You're gonna be surprised how these fake breakouts gonna be. I've seen these fake breakouts a lot of times. So if you see here, you see this, it's trying to break out and then had pullback, and then again it tried, then it died again. It's kind of funny how the price action fools. So always when you're playing counter trend, just put in a small size. So that's Netflix. The other trade I posted is Carvana. So this is also same. It's in the range. What the hell is this? Okay. Yeah, it was in a range pretty much for the past month. But if you see on the daily, if you see closely, the recent price has just moved above the 50 moving average, 50-day moving average. So for this one, the support is here, the top of the range is here, and it tried to break out here and then had a flag, had a pullback, and then it got above the 50 MA and the 90 MA. So pretty sure it's gonna test this resistance around 32. But I got shares. I mean, I posted try to buy shares because the potential to have this go to this area around this is pretty high. Um, so usually uh, these are very beaten down stocks. Like if you see the monthly, it's almost at the IPO price. So this is where all the institutions load up, um, unless it goes below the IPO price, can I sell? But pretty high probability that this gonna have at least a green candle, like on a monthly. If you see everything is red, uh, so that's why I'm saying as I posted the trade as like you can get the shares or you can get a month out calls, because this could potentially break out of this range and then go here around 46. Not saying it's won't go straight. It's very like it's almost like 50% if it's like going from 30 to 45 or something. So it's not gonna happen uh, like in a straight line unless there's some news that causes a squeeze. But you could play this with shares and have this as a stop. Also have some call options to maximize the profit. So that's the trade on Carvana. Not sure what I posted. Yeah, so I was saying about the Fed meeting, how everyone was, not everyone, but most of them after Fed, time to get puts. Like, so I was not bearish. The reason being, like if you see previous Fed meetings around this time or sometime around here, they are always under the 50 MA. The price never got above that, and they are inside this trend. But recently, if you notice this, this tried to break down here, and they um, they were not able to break this level at all. They have been trying for a month. When I say they, it means the sellers. They, I mean, the buyers also came in every time it comes to this area. So it exhausted all the sellers here. Most of the sellers who was bearish on the market. So once it broke this trend and it got above this MA, it's gonna trigger a short squeeze. May not be like the previous squeezes like this, because here the market is still full of bulls, so it went straight up like this. But here like some people have doubts on whether this is a good breakout or not. So we are seeing this pullback, and then I think Fed meeting happened after this. So as usual, the expectation is after this candle we would see a gap down and a red candle and then go down. So that is a pattern that have kept happening. But like I said, if you follow only one pattern or one indicator, then you would have lost money, or you would not have capitalized much gains by being along here. So I was not bearish because I saw this trend break and also the price has gone above the 50 MA. So my plan is to see if we see after the Fed, if we see the price going down back below the 50 MA. I was bearish here, but then they gapped up the next day. So so I was not really confident on where the market would go after the Fed meeting. My strategy is like if we go down and close below the 50 MA, then I would go short. If we hold up, then I would go long. So yeah, on the last Friday I mostly played calls. um, but if you have jumped the gun, just blindly uh, by saying that after the Fed it's almost a sell-off, so you'd be wrong. So because this time there are earnings compared to last time. Also the technical patterns and some indicators are pointing that there are not many sellers left. So that's why I'm saying, if you follow only one indicator or one pattern, not paying much attention to other stuff, you might be at a disadvantage. So this move is most probably gonna have a gap up, or maybe a little gap down and then go up here around 415. That would be a level to be, I mean, it's a little bit harder to break this level. Like if you see there's too much of resistance here, but what it could do is go here, pull back, then chop 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 chop, then go here, or just go down. I don't know. But um, but this reversal is pretty apparent, and I was not sure what would happen, so I just stayed out of the market. But once there's a confirmation, you could play with more size. So yeah, hopefully these tips might help. I mean, it's not just these tips, there are a lot of other stuff that I use whenever I post a trade. So in future, if there are like new nuances that I want to look at when taking a trade, I would just make a video out of that. Yeah, so hopefully this helps. See you guys.